I decided to go ahead and talk about the Texas Longhorn Iowa State game. I know we lost 24-0, and people are. Hi, Preston. You want to say hi to the guys? You want to say hi? There's Preston. Thank you. And I know people are gonna go, and they're already saying, because I've been reading it, Fire Strong, that he's overpaid and everything. And, people are gonna go and say things. They just want to go and blame everyone else, if that makes sense. Texas doesn't really seem to have, such a great, history, right now, this year, going and playing in, away games. I know that they're now 3 and 5. They have to win 3 more games to get a bowl game. And I was reading on, Dallas News, the struggles. Hurd struggles. Redshirt freshman, Gerard Hurd had a tough outing to start the game. He was held to 15 passing yards, 9 rushing yards in the first half. He had a lot of poor decision. And defensively, honestly, defensively and offensively, they started off so slow. And, it just didn't seem like they could get it together and just, any of that. And, honestly, I know people are tired of hearing, oh, it's going to take time, it's it's a rebuilding year. And I get people are like, oh, it's been 5 years since the rebuilding year. But you have to realize that rebuilding year started in the Mack Brown era, and yet it's going on in the Charlie Strong era. With that, I mean, you have a lot of players that went and played under Mack Brown, and then you have some players that are just beginning and playing under Strong. And what people have to realize that it is a difference of the way coaches have them, set up and everything. Another thing is the 3 and outs. They just couldn't get it together, and they just couldn't make that first down, and they just, I don't even know more what to say. The quarterback, Iowa State's quarterback, oh. I don't know, I watched some of the game, and then I was in and out because we were passing out candy and all of that. And I get what people are saying. There's, it turns out, there was a lot of injuries and a lot of things going on, and hold on. And all of that. And it's just one of those things where sometimes you are off, and sometimes it's just one of those things that you get a little bit nervous playing where you've never playing on a grass field, any of that, because you haven't done that in a long time, and it's just, it sometimes it'll knock people out of sync and all of that. There's horrible, not sure why Strong still has a job, it's not his team, idiot, blah, 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 the excuse will only work so long. Like I was saying, I think 5 years is enough. Very disappointed. Who doesn't call the same plays over and over? I do think that. I think that sometimes some of these plays are overdone, and people are starting to figure it out, and maybe a little bit of change up would be great. And, like, people, when they say things like this, the only thing I have to say at this point is that it's really embarrassing being a fan of this team. The only reason I continue to watch it, I continue watching at this point, is because I want to be around if and when they finally turn around. Well, I mean, like, if you feel that much of like, pain going and supporting them, then you, I don't even know, you aren't a true fan. Like, a true fan will go and be there no matter if they're losing, if they're, like, losing by so much or any of that. They will sit there and watch till the end. And, like, I see that a lot with high school games sometimes. This past game that we had, we were playing the number 1 team, or the pretty high ranked team, La Vega, and, they didn't expect Burnett to go and almost, like, beat them and just all of that. There was a few iffy calls on that game, and that would have helped put it away for Burnett, and I think a little bit of the refs. But I also feel like it hopefully gave La Vega a wake-up call to show, maybe you need to work on something, and maybe you're not as great of a team, and, like, they're, like, don't get me wrong, like, they're a great team. It's just, I don't know, some of those things that it didn't look like they played very well. But anyways, as I was saying, like, there was people there, sitting there in the rain, and watching them play, and, like, just cheering, and, like, we almost won that game, and it's just, like, one of those things that if you're a true fan, then you'll be there, no matter what. And let's go back to reading some of these. Boomer Sooner, blah, blah, blah. I don't get why he should be saying that, because technically he still did lose. Thanks for nothing, Charlie Strong. Texas might be lucky to win another game. This coach couldn't hold Mac Brown's jockstrap. Come on, dude. You still have to realize that he's still playing. He still has a lot of players that were under Mac Brown, and they're still getting used to the way he calls. Hey, Strong, if you read this now, for everyone's sake, quit and leave now, then just maybe Texas can find an actual coach and become Texas. And somebody put, who would you rather have? Like, honestly, if you really think about it, like, people jump onto this bandwagon, and they completely say different things, and they're always gonna go, and if you're losing, they're gonna jump off and completely trash you. But if you're winning, they're like, oh yeah, I've been here this whole time, I've been doing all of this and all of that. I guess, like, it's just one of those things, Texas kind of needs to, like, look at this, look what they did wrong, and move on, and really try to become bowl eligible, because it's gonna be one of those things, like, you get that confidence going, and you just get that stern, wake up call, and it's gonna turn around at some point, and Texas is gonna figure out how to win, how to keep that confidence, and how to be that great again. So with that being said, I know I went off on a rant and about bandwagoning and all of that. I would say, like, they played really great, and they're now like a 3-5 team too. They played really great, and it's just one of those things. Like, it's gonna take time, and it's gonna come sooner or later. But yeah, like I said, with that being said, I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to watch the Dallas game, and let me know what game y'all are going to watch. So leave a comment below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay beautiful, stay positive, never give up, and be true to who you are, guys. See you tomorrow, guys. Love y'all. Bye.